Hi folks, welcome back to the Horde. So somewhere around 20 after 1, 24.4 degrees Celsius, 57% humidity. You can see I'm not completely charged at the moment. And it is August 10th, Monday, 75.2 degrees Fahrenheit. So welcome back to the Horde, guys. Projects. A little while ago I made a quick video on the block project, the wall project, to show you what I was up to there. It's starting to look like it's going to rain. Right, so I got to get cleaning up, getting the backhoe covered and so forth. But let me show you what else I was up to today. Okay, these bikes, they come with a Honda clone engine on them. Many of you guys know that. It seems that the engine itself is halfway decent. It does have a couple of quirks. One of the quirks is the carburetor, and the other one is the gas tank. Seems that the gas tank likes to leak from multiple places. This gas tank had 3 leaks. The first was the top thing where you see how much gas is in it. The second was where that spout goes out, and the third place, it appears to be somewhat double walled, and somewhere or another, I don't know where they put the 2 walls together and weld them or something. It appears to be leaking also. So generally speaking, you either say the heck with it and change the motor and gas tank all at once, throw a Predator Harbor Freight thing on there, or you do what this guy did. Excuse me, this is a gas tank off of Kawasaki, and that's what he smashed on there. What I did is I got it. This is a $200 Craigslist deal. I got the bike, and he wanted $250 for it. But when he went to start it, it basically peed all over the ground. Had a the float was hung up in the carburetor. So he told me he had changed the carburetor, that he put a eBay $20 carburetor on it. And if you look up 6.5 horsepower Predator, Honda clone, whatever carb, you'll find it right there for about 20 bucks. 1888 delivered, or some strange number like that. They're a little cheaper if you get them delivered from China instead of delivered from California. I ordered one from California, and it's going to end up on that bike in there eventually. The OEM carbs, this one, that one has an OEM carb, and this is it. And if you take a look where the needle valve hooks to the float, it's plastic there, and there's no adjustment that you can make. And this one, when you have it in this position here and you put a little plastic tube on here and blow into it, you can hear some air leaking by. That if you turn it upside down, it leaks by, and if you turn it like this, it leaks by, and it should be turning off. So obviously what happens is the float fills the carburetor, and then and it doesn't stop filling the carburetor, so it overflows and floods the engine and runs on the ground and puts gasoline on your leg and all this other stuff. So that one has the China clone carb on it, and it turns out the China clone carb he put on it is just like the one I got over eBay here. Same brand name. Right, this Jinghua Standard of Japan. Anyway, he put the same exact thing on. Turns out this carb, if you unscrew it, it's got the little metal tab thing there that you could adjust up and downward, which could adjust your float for you. Adjust the float level at which the needle valve takes gas. So what I did is, earlier today, I took this apart. I opened up the carburetor, gave it a quick cleaning. It wasn't horrible, it wasn't great, it wasn't horrible. I cleaned it up and I adjusted the float just slightly. Then, I did the, little hose thing and blew into the hose. And when it was like this, I can hear air. And when it was like this, I can hear air. And when I turned it upside down, the air stopped, which means as the float is closed, nothing, and as the float is opened, you can blow air through, which means gas could go through and fill your carburetor. So anyway, I did that, and I also added a fuel filter. He did not have a fuel filter on it. He also didn't have the gas line routed properly, which was messing with the throttle. So anyway, I think I did everything right, and I think this thing is ready to go for a ride. So why don't we take it for a quick little ride to show you guys that I think I did everything correct. Throttle's on. Gas is on. Turn the choke off. I think I turned the choke on. Let's turn the choke off. So just a little ride up and down the driveway. There's probably a load of wind noise. I was surprised how well this thing went. I don't know if you could see the tracks on the front lawn. I don't know if I'll risk the front lawn. The front lawn's a little bumpier, a little harder to drive with one hand. I'm nervous about being on the driveway because I don't want one of the parents of a piano student to take me out. We'll go for a front lawn ride. So you guys can't feel it, but I can feel like the cold air of a front blowing in. Sorry, I really can't rip snort with one hand. I really need to invest in one of those GoPros, and I really need to take a little time to learn how to splice videos together, because then I could do something like, say, let's go for a snort, and then rip snort, and then, strap the GoPro to my chest or something, and take you guys out for a ride. And then, splice that video into the video that I showed you guys the carb on. Bike ride's pretty good between the big tires, the front suspension. It's got a pretty long rake too. So the front suspension absorbs some of the impact, the front rake and frame bend with some of the impact. Tires absorb some of the, some of the impact of the ground. And also, the seat is actually very good. The seat, it's like got a memory foam feel to it. So, yeah, just a quick ride, guys. I wanted you to see that I got it. So this is Warrior number 2 in the fleet. Warrior number 1. I haven't, you can see the headlight there kind of flashing. Warrior number 1, I have not gotten it running yet. I have the carb to get it running, and you guys saw I had the that little black gas tank that I'm going to smash onto it. When all is said and done, it looks like I'm going to have about $400 into this one, and it looks like I'm going to have $200, right? Because I didn't have to put anything into it. I just had to clean the carburetor. It looks like I'm going to have 200 into this one. So between the two of them, I'm going to take it for another ride and run the gas out of it. Between the two of them, I'm going to have $600 invested, 300 on average, 300 each. Though once again, there's going to be 400 here, and less 200 in the other one. Obviously the other one was a better deal, though this one, I don't know, seems to have a little less mileage on it, though this one already came with the carburetor and the gas tank, right? I don't know what you guys want to figure. From a riding point of view, they're both going to be runnable bikes. I'm just going to have twice as much invested in this guy in here. Alright, I guess that's it. So I hope you all enjoyed the ride and the discussion, and I hope you can see why the OEM carburetor isn't very good. You really can't do too much when it comes to adjusting the float level. Anyway, folks, I want to thank you all for watching and commenting and subscribing. I appreciate all the advice coming in on the wall here. WTBM123 obviously did quite a bit of masonry in his day, so he had some really good suggestions that obviously I'm going to take, the two dead legs, so to speak, the two areas of filled block, the drainage, the tar, the paging, the on the wall. I remember the brand. I don't recall the brand name you used. After it dries for a few months this fall, I'll put. I tend to use Thorough Seal. I don't know if you guys have heard of that stuff. So that should really be helpful. The one good thing about digging this whole thing back, I moved this dirt back even further away from the corner, so the corner won't have anything pushing on it. I mean, it's literally going to be clean top to bottom, and going, once again, this is going to be a wall of gravel up against, between the dirt and the block is going to be a wall of gravel. So any water that goes in, I'm going to obviously use the they call it weed block or felt, or landscaping felt, but stuff in that blue roll there, weed block. You can see the part of it, to keep everything away. So that should really dry it out and give a place for the water to run away from, and it should you know, it'll get the water to this level. Anything above this level will drain away. Then it'll be up to me to keep this corner nice and clear, nice and dry. That way no ice builds up and causes me any trouble. Okay, folks, once again, thanks for watching and commenting and subscribing. Please keep your feet down, keep your head up, and guys, please remember to enjoy all your days. You don't know how many days God's going to give you, so make sure you get out there and have fun, right? It's good to be religious, it's good to pray, it's good to tithe, it's good to help your neighbors, but it's also good to have fun. So don't forget to go out and have that too. Bye now, folks.